Here is my top 10 list of spiders that live in your house, Ohio edition. Each spider will be ranked using the charts below. Very scientific method here. The spooder scale, trademarked by myself because, as you know, I'm an intellectual and I'm a highly credited person in my field, specifically of house spiders. This is also all based on my personal experience. Feel free to disagree. Again, we all view the world differently. Number 10, the brown crab spider. These are small to medium spiders, averaging 3 to 10 millimeters. They're usually brown. They're usually found on flowers or in leaf litter and mulch. They're not aggressive. If they do bite, it's mild, just like a bee sting. They're not venomous to humans, but some people have reported having allergic reactions to them. No webs, they're ambush hunters, and they sometimes eat pollen and nectar, which I think is really cool. That's why you can find them on flowers sometimes. I never knew that spiders could eat pollen or nectar, so I thought this was really cool. They walk sideways like a crab. Look at that little guy. Look at this little guy. Skedaddling. Key takeaway. Kinda ugly, but harmless. If you see one inside, it probably got lost, so please put him back outside. My ranking. While I haven't seen many of them personally, I think they're chill little dudes. I probably wouldn't hold one just because I don't like the way that they look. They kind of freak me out a little bit. Put him outside so he can sit in a flower. That's so cute. I didn't know they ate flower nectar. How likely are you to find it in your home? Personally, I have not seen any of them at all. The last time I saw one of these was many years ago. Handleability. That's a speedy boy. You're not going to be able to hold it. Don't hold it. I wouldn't recommend holding it. Cute or scary? I find these a little bit creepy. I don't think they're scary, but they freak me out. Like the way that their legs are so wide and how they walk, it creeps me out a little bit. So that's why I ranked it right there. But overall, like, not aggressive spiders, not dangerous spiders. They're just chill little dudes. They just personally freak me out a little bit. Will it bite? Probably not. It's more likely to run away. Number 9, the barn funnel weaver. These are medium to large spiders, averaging 6 to 11.5 millimeters. They're brown or gray, with stripes along the abdomen and cephalothorax. You can find them in and around barns and other outer buildings. They're not aggressive, they very rarely bite humans, and they're not venomous to us. They make funnel-shaped webs where they hide out all day waiting for prey to come to them. Their webs have front and back doors for quick retreats in case of predators, and they're, for the most part, nocturnal. I only see these guys outside. I've seen a couple of them in my shed or on the outside of my garage. Key takeaway, they're chill guys. They just want to hang out and eat. Relatable. I feel like the only way one of these would actually bite you is if you were diddling its web like a bug. Honestly, kinda rude. My ranking. I haven't seen any of these indoors, but they love to live in my shed. Sometimes they pop out to see what's going on, then they just go back in their web. Kinda cute. I personally wouldn't pick one up. How likely are you to find it in your home? I've seen some, like I said, just not indoors. Handleability. That's a speedy boy. You're not gonna hold it. It's gonna run away from you. Cute or scary? I think these are cute. These are cute little guys. Will it bite? Probably not. Number 8, the grass spider. These are medium to large spiders, averaging 9 to 20 millimeters. They have tan bodies with bands along the legs, and they have 2 dark stripes running down either side of the cephalothorax. You'll find these guys in basements, barns, sheds, and other structures. They're not aggressive towards humans and are more likely to run away than bite. They can make large sheet-like webs that can be found in lawns and shrubs. They sit and wait for their prey to come to them, much like the funnel weaver. Key takeaway, another chill dude who just sits around waiting for food. They love making webs all over my backyard, especially in the grass, and I always feel bad for stepping on them. I have not found many of these spiders indoors either, so they're better at staying outside than most spiders. I still wouldn't pick one up just because I know they want to be left alone. I feel like if I tried to hold one, I would scare it and I would feel bad. How likely are you to find it in your house? Not very. Like I said, if you do find one, it's probably going to be in your garage. Handleability. That's a speedy boy. He's not going to let you hold it. Cute or scary? I find these cute. Believe it or not, I think that's a cute spider. He's just a little guy. Will it bite? Probably not. It's more likely to run away. Number 7, the Eastern Parsons spider. These are small to medium spiders, averaging 5 to 13 millimeters. Black with a white stripe down the abdomen. If you didn't know, these spiders are actually named after a parson's clerical dark robe and white cravat. You can find these spiders in man-made structures and buildings. They're not dangerous, but the bites are painful and people have reported having allergic reactions to them, kind of like a bee sting. Although they don't bite unless they feel threatened. They're stealthy and efficient hunters. They're nocturnal, but sometimes you see them during the day. This is one of the most commonly reported house spiders, which is news to me because in my 28 years of life, I've only encountered one. So, key takeaway, I am now more aware of these than I ever have been. I don't know, maybe check your shoes before you put them on. I've only seen one of these in my house, but this project has convinced me that there are dozens scurrying around in the dark. The one that I did see was chill though, so I wouldn't pick it up knowing that the bites are painful. How likely are you to find it in your house? Very, apparently, which is again news to me considering I've only ever seen one of them. Handleability. That's a speedy boy. You don't want to pick it up. Cute or scary? The one I saw was very tiny, so I thought it was a little bit cute, but knowing that the bites are painful and some people can be allergic to them, I bumped up the scariness a little bit. Will it bite? It will probably run away first. Again, it is a speedy boy. I don't think these spiders are likely to bite you. If they do bite you, it's probably because it got stuck inside of a t-shirt of yours. Number 6, the Harvest Man, or Daddy Long Legs. These are small to medium arachnids ranging 3.5 to 9 millimeters. They can be found in brown, gray, or black, and you can find them in damp and shady areas, like forests, caves, tree trunks, and basements. They're arachnids, but not actually spiders. They only have 2 eyes and are not capable of producing webs or venom. Most harvestmen are omnivores, and they eat small insects, mites, plants, fungi, and dead organisms. They bob up and down when they feel threatened, and when a predator grabs them by the leg, they can actually detach that leg and twitch it for up to an hour while they escape. Unfortunately, they are not able to regenerate the leg after losing it, but I thought that was a pretty neat fact. Key takeaway, these are cooler than I originally thought. The story that harvestmen are the most venomous animals in the world is a myth. They do not contain venom, and their mouth parts are also too small to bite humans. I love these little dudes. I let them stay inside. I learned way more about them than I thought I would, and I appreciate them way more too. How likely are you to find them in your house? Pretty likely. I've seen my fair share of these, and I've mostly seen them in basements or in the bathroom or something like that. Handleability. You could hold one if you wanted, probably. I mean, it can't bite you. So, cute or scary? I find these cute. I think these are cute little guys. Honestly, it makes me a little happier when I see one. Will it bite? Actually, it can't even do that. It's not possible for it to do that. Number 5, the wetland giant wolf spider. These are medium to large spiders, 1/4 inch to 1.5 inches. They're brown with yellow stripes going from front to back. You can find them in the woods, marshes, fields, near rivers, and sometimes in your house. They're big and scary, but not aggressive. They don't bite unless provoked, and they're not venomous to humans. Minor pain and swelling do occur when you are bitten by one, so just be mindful. Personally, I wouldn't go out of my way to hold one, but I can appreciate them from afar. They're active night hunters and take care of pests like house centipedes, crickets, ants, and cockroaches. A mother wolf spider will carry her eggs until they hatch. Then, she'll carry all of her young around on her back for a week until they can be independent. Aww. Cute. Key takeaway, these spiders really don't bother anyone. If they come inside, just catch and release them. One of them had babies in my living room, and I caught and released 78 of them by hand. Nothing has been able to scare or disturb me since. I turned on my flashlight, and my entire wall had tiny little eyes glowing back at me. Yay. Personally, I really like these spiders. Even though they scare the fuck out of me sometimes, I feel like I'm never mentally prepared enough to see a big-ass wolf spider, but when they do show up, I just let them run away and pretend I didn't see it. You can actually hear them running. They kind of sound like the world's tiniest horse. Yeah. You can hear them. That's how big they are. How likely are you to find them in your house? I've seen a lot of these, actually. They're probably one of the most common house spiders that I get, but I bumped it down a little bit because I realized that not a lot of other people have had this experience. From the people that I've talked to, apparently it's just me that gets all the wolf spiders in the world that come in here, and then I just kind of pretend I didn't see them. Handleability. That's a speedy boy. Don't pick it up. Cute or scary? I just shit myself. Will it bite? Probably not, but the people who have reported being bitten by it say it's very unpleasant, so I wouldn't find out. Number 4, the long-bodied cellar spider. These are small to medium spiders, ranging 7 to 8 millimeters. They're usually tan or gray, and you can find them in cellars, warehouses, garages, caves, and other dark, quiet spots. They usually pick one spot and stay in it. They vibrate when they're threatened. They shake back and forth really quickly on their web. It's kind of cool. They technically can bite humans, but I don't know what you would have to do for it to do that. They're not venomous to humans. They eat whatever they can catch, including venomous spiders like the Australian redback. Similar to wolf spiders, mother cellar spiders actually carry their young until they're old enough to be independent. Key takeaway: unproblematic and unbothered by everything around it. I have one that lives in my shower and it's been there all year. The only time it has ever moved is when I turn the water on, and then it sometimes takes a little sip of the condensation on the side of the shower and then it goes back to its web. Let them stay inside, they won't bug you. They're not my favorite house spider, but I do like having them around. Like if I see one, I'm not bothered by it, but you know, it's not the cutest spider out there. The only time I held one was when it fell out of its web while I was showering. Call that naked and afraid. Don't worry, I put it back. How likely are you to find it in your house? Pretty likely. I've seen quite a few of these. Handleability. You could pick it up if you wanted to. Cute or scary? I don't necessarily find these cute, but I like having them around. I feel a little less lonely knowing that there's one of these in the house. Will it bite? Like I said, I don't know how you would get it to bite you. What are you doing to it to make it bite you? Number 3, the common house spider, or the American house spider. These are small spiders. 3.8 to 6 millimeters. They're tan or black with different patterns. Similar to cobweb spiders, they only live inside or near human buildings and are considered domesticated. They're not aggressive, they'll only bite if they're in danger. When cornered, they will feign death until the predator leaves. If their prey is too agile, they will shoot webs at it from a distance and pull it to them, which I didn't know this. I think that's really cool. I think this is the spider that bit Spider-Man, actually. These spiders are known to share webs and build webs close to each other, but sometimes the girls be fighting. Key takeaway: these spiders only care about one thing, and it's littering your windowsill with mounds of tiny corpses. Just kidding, they're very nice to have around, and they do a great job with pest control. These are easily one of my favorite spiders of all time. They're small, they don't sneak up on you, and they usually just stay in one spot unless their web gets destroyed. You will have to clean up under them, but that's a small price to pay for the hundreds of other bugs that it eats. I love having these in my home, and sometimes I do pick them up just to look at them. How likely are you to find these in your house? I see them every day. There's always at least one of them in here. Handleability. You could have a tea party with it. I do pick them up sometimes, actually, because I think they're cute. Cute or scary? They're very cute. I like them. Will it bite? No. Number 2, the checkered cobweb spider, or the triangulate cobweb spider. These are small spiders, 3 to 6 millimeters. They can be found in black, brown, or gray, and they have a zigzag pattern on the abdomen. They only live inside or near human buildings and are considered domesticated. They prey on ants, isopod, and other spiders, including the brown recluse, which is great if you live in Ohio because those fuckers are. Once their prey is dry, they'll pluck the body out of the web instead of spinning a new one. Again, you'll have a tiny mound of corpses wherever it makes a web. They have really poor vision and can only see 3 inches away from them. Relatable. Typically, they live on windows or in dark areas and pretty much stay in one spot. Key takeaway: these spiders only care about one thing, and it's littering your windowsill with mounds of tiny corpses. Again, almost my favorite spider. I see these every single day, and every year I have at least 2 of them living in my house. I do hold them sometimes. They're so small and cute, I can't help it. How likely are you to find it in your house? I see them every day. Handleability. You could have a tea party with it. Cute or scary? I catch outside ones and bring them inside. Will it bite? No. It could, but no. Number 1, and my all-time favorite house spider, is the bull jumping spider. These are small to medium spiders, 6 to 19 millimeters. The bold jumpers are black and they have white, red, or orange spots on the abdomen. But jumping spiders come in many different colors. You can find them in gardens, fields, wooded areas, and inside your house. They can be easily handled and very rarely bite. They flee from animals that are too large to eat, and they're very shy when approached by humans, which is why they appear to have a curious personality. They don't build webs and actively hunt their prey, which consists of insects and terrestrial arthropods, including caterpillars, grasshoppers, and other spiders. Key takeaway: these spiders make great pets and are quite popular, actually. If you weren't aware, tons of people keep spiders as pets, and jumpers are one of them. You can go online and look for a pet store that sells jumping spiders, and you can have one of your own. Or you can find one outside and bring it in your house. I don't see many of them around my house, but when I do, it brightens my day a little. I tried keeping one as a pet once, but it escaped. This is my #1 favorite spider, and I love seeing them around. I do think about them jumping into my mouth sometimes, though. It hasn't happened yet, but the thought is always there. How likely are you to find these in your house? I don't see many of them, honestly, and it breaks my heart because I love seeing them. Handleability. You could have a tea party with it. Cute or scary. This is the cutest spider in the world, and that fact is not up for debate. Will it bite? Probably not. I mean, it can, but probably not. Thanks so much for watching. This was a really fun video to make, and I had a lot of fun researching and putting this presentation together. Just for you guys, I've linked this presentation in the description if anyone would like to download it. I made it, I put my time and effort into it, I had fun making it. You guys can have it and do with it as you will. As always, here are all of the sources. I have them linked at the end of this presentation. Most of the photos in this presentation were taken from the Wikipedia page. That is the only thing I used Wikipedia for, was gathering photos. That's all for now. Maybe I'll make another video like this. Tell me what you think. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. It would help me out a lot, and maybe I'll make more content like this in the future. Obviously, I'm here on YouTube, but you can also find me on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, Tumblr, all of the websites, okay? I'm everywhere. You can check the description for those too if you're interested in following me. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you later. It is 2:30 in the morning, and I'm talking about spiders. Most harvestmen are omnivores. Hey!
What?
You turned it on.
No, you better leave that in.
You triggered it with your fingers.
Those are my fingies.
With your fingies. Most harvestmen are omnivores. He's just there, everywhere, all the time, watching, waiting, stalking. Most harvestmen are omnivores. Oh my fucking god! Waiting, lingering, intruding. Most harvestmen are omnivores.